created a monster. My daughter was struggling at maths, so I showed her how to make maths fun. I would pose maths puzzles to stretch her maths skills. These maths puzzles built up her confidence so that she could tackle any maths problem. Laura now has an unquenchable thirst for maths puzzles because she thinks they're fun. Laura says they just don't feel like maths. It became a competition with her sister to see who can find the maths puzzle from hell. Dad, I bet you can't do this one. What about this one? Ah, got you. Laura's favourite puzzles were created by Henry Ernest Dudley. He wrote Amusements and Mathematics 91 years ago. These brain teasers have stood the test of time. Let's look at her latest puzzles. You won't solve this one in a hurry, she sniggered. If you think that's funny, she doesn't think you'll be able to do it either. It's called the 9 counters. Alright, let's show her. We're not as dumb as a box of hammers. You have 9 counters from 1 to 9, arranged in 2 groups. Now your task is to multiply each group so that the total is the same amount. Just so we're on the same page, if you multiply 158 by 23, you get 3,634. "79 times 46 equals 3,634. 3,634 is the same number in both groups. It seems clear. All you have to do is rearrange the counters to produce the largest product. Of course she's got some tricky rules for you. Rule 1. Both groups must multiply to give the same answer. Rule 2. The left-hand side must have 3 counters times 2 counters. And you guessed it, Rule 3. On the right-hand side there must be 2 counters times 2 counters. So how are you going to tackle this puzzle? So where do you start? To help you focus to get your mind into top gear, some thinking music. You're probably thinking this will be easy. Just go randomly, the haphazard approach. If you try 154 times 27, you get 4,158. And 63 times 89 gives you 5,607. You can see they're not the same number. You failed. What about trying 241 times 63? That's 15,183. And 59 times 87 gives you 5,133. Wrong again. This approach could eventually bear results if you've got hours to waste. Do you really want to spend all night trying to solve this puzzle? I don't think so. This could take a long time. How long have you got? Of course, there's going to be a certain amount of trial and error, as this is unavoidable. Let's try the systematic approach. Now let's see what happens when we rearrange 23 and 46. So let's reverse the numbers. Reverse 23 and you have 32. And if we reverse 46 we get 64. So we have 158 times 32 gives 5056, and 79 times 64 gives 5056. But why does this work? You see, 78 is half of 158 and 23 is half of 46. So if we rearrange the 32, it's still half of 64. When you multiply these you get 5056 in both groups. Now wasn't that so hard that you nailed it? But before you start celebrating, that's not the highest product. To get the highest number, you're going to have to use a similar principle and rearrange the numbers. So the magic combination is 174 times 32, which equals 5568, and 96 times 58 equals 5068. You cracked it. The highest product, drum roll, 5568. You'll see that the solution is not to be found without exercising some judgment and a little bit of patience. How does it feel solving the 9 counter brain twister? If you keep challenging yourself, these maths puzzles will improve your mental agility. Maths puzzles make maths fun. Do you fancy pitting your wits against my daughter's nasty puzzles? Then hop over to the Facebook and look for Amusements and Mathematics page and become a fan. She's got puzzles that'll have you pulling your hair out.